In the heart of the sea true story, the Essex crew might have avoided so many brutal deaths if they hadn't feared one ironic threat. In the Heart of the Sea chronicles the true events of the 1820 sinking of the whaling ship Essex, with some details left out, including one that might have saved more of the crew in real life. The 2015 historical adventure drama movie, directed by Ron Howard, is based on Nathaniel Philbrick's 2000 nonfiction book, In the Heart of the Sea, The Tragedy of the Whale Ship Essex. The novel recounts the story of the Essex sinking and all the men who survived it. However, the film passes over one crucial piece of information from the true story. In August 1819, the Essex set sail from Nantucket on a 2.5-year journey to hunt whales. A little over a year into their voyage, a whale attacked the ship, killing many of the crew and forcing the survivors to retreat to smaller boats. Unfortunately, they were thousands of miles from the nearest land, stranded in the southern Pacific Ocean. The Essex crew did what they needed to do to survive while searching for the nearest land. It would be months before they were rescued, as depicted in the Heart of the Sea's ending. In a tragic irony, the Essex survivors avoided the Marquesas and Society Islands due to fears of cannibalism. When the survivors of the Essex sinking gathered in small boats, they had to decide on a plan of action. Of course, they wanted to find the nearest land. While that decision was a bit easier in the Heart of the Sea, the sailors in real life were a bit more torn. According to the New York Times, the men weren't very far from the Marquesas Islands or the Society Islands. However, George Pollard Jr., Owen Chase, and Matthew Joy were reportedly reluctant to travel to either location as they feared cannibals would attack them. Because of their fear, the Essex survivors chose to travel 1,500 miles south and eventually came across Henderson Island, which was uninhabited. Eventually, the men had to resort to cannibalism themselves to survive. While this is depicted in Chris Hemsworth and Tom Holland's Netflix trending adventure movie, the tragic irony of the crew's actions is lost. Herman Melville believed the Essex crew would have survived if they went to the Society Islands. Herman Melville, who was partly inspired by the Essex sinking to write his classic renowned novel, Moby Dick, speculated that the crew would have survived if they had just ignored their fear of cannibals. Per the New York Times, Melville wrote that the survivors of the initial sinking might have all lived if they traveled to the Society Islands. Seeing as that's not what happened in the true story that inspired In the Heart of the Sea, no one can know for sure what would have happened to the men if they sailed to the Society Islands.